It is 1900 hours Central Daylight Time here in the great American Middle West. I am Cyrano, and over there is Velker. Say good evening, Velker.
Good evening, Velker.
Nice. There it is. And we are corona-free. I'm corona-free. Are you corona-free?
I'm corona-free.
We are distance gaming. This is kind of funny. We bring it up from time to time. I've been noticing all sorts of folks posting about, hey, we're your hub for distance gaming. Hey, we're your place to come for distance gaming. They've been doing it for a year. Everybody said it wasn't real gaming. We were told it wasn't real miniatures. We were told it wasn't real war gaming. And now you're all here, which is awesome. And I hope you'll stay when all this craziness is over and everybody is well and we can go back to having a normal life. Anyway, what are we going to do tonight? Well, on Saturday, before Saturday Night Fights, Velker and I got online and had a game of Dragon Rampant from Osprey Games. And this became, as I can sometimes do, I wind up with obsessions. And so I got another obsession going. And tonight we're going to play out one of those obsessions for Wednesday Night Warfare. It's Oathmark, the brand new game from Osprey Publishing, which comes with its own line of miniatures. But I love fantasy battles. It's actually probably my second love after, of course, Napoleonics, which is far, far ahead. In the second slot, you've got fantasy, probably a little, well, no, not probably, a little bit of 30 Years' War and English Civil War and a little bit of World War II mixed in, but it's right in there. And so I love playing these, and I want to play a big fantasy battle. I also have a particular bias. I think that only J.R.R. Tolkien is fantasy. My son has known this since he was grown up. Which did you read first, Velker? The Lord of the Rings or the Harry Potter series?
The Lord of the Rings.
Thank you. Were you given a choice in the matter?
No.
Okay. That's because only J.R.R. Tolkien is fantasy. I love Tolkien fantasy. Now, I do love the GW silliness, and I think that's something Velker and I share. That there's a lot of wonderful silliness in the Warhammer fantasy universe. But for true fantasy, if such a thing exists, I want J.R.R. Tolkien, and so I always sort of judge it like that. But I find this particular thing very, very interesting. Oh, good, the video has finally gone live. We've got 3 people watching J.R.R. Tolkien. Who are you people? Who are you people? Well, it's Ronald Wentworth. It's Dolinor. How are you, man? Good to see you as always. We're going to send out a tweet. So, yes, my biases show. I want to see those sorts of things. Ooh, we're pasting it into Twitter. There it is. Very cool. So we're out here, and wow, we have 4 people watching already. Hey, good to see everybody. I hope you're doing well tonight on a Wednesday. So my bias is always towards Tolkien. I was raised on an older generation of fantasy games. I was playing fantasy games before Warhammer Fantasy Battles came out. So a lot of the things here I think that I see in Oathmark are influenced by that, so that'll be interesting. We are also going to be getting around to doing some War Master, because I want to do the Battle of the Five Armies double battles that became a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing, and now I discovered that it is. We're going to do that, but that's not what we're doing tonight. We're playing Oathmark. So first thing we're going to do, let's go around the table, Velker, and introduce me to your fellas. Who's in charge?
Teef Sella.
Teef Sella. There he is right there. Look at his stats. We'll talk about those stats when we get to it. Who else did he bring?
I brought Teef Salvo.
Teef Salvo. He's a champion, right? Yeah, there he is. All right.
And
So
also
you also got
Teef Slamma.
Teef Slamma, another champion.
Then our mage, our shaman, is Old Blitzclaw.
Old Blitzclaws, who's a mage. All right. Who else you got?
Over here, we have the Blue Grass Biters as some spearmen.
All right. Who else?
There's also the Blue Grass Bellwers as their partners in crime.
All right. So we've got the biters and we've got the bellowers, both spearmen. Got it?
We've got the Purple Blood Pales as line breakers.
Oh, these are line breakers. Now, line breakers, as far as I can figure, these are a unique troop type to Oathmark. They're intended to be sort of like berserks, I think, but we'll find out. I've got some too. I'll give you a hint. But these guys are line breakers. Got it?
Along with the Purple Blood Pecks.
The Purple Blood Pecks. All right. Who's in the back?
We have the Black Armor Bales and the Black Armor Bait.
Black Armor Bales and the Black Armor Bait. All right. These are just some big, heavy warriors, right?
Yes.
All right.
They're the heavy infantry.
All right. So the first thing you're going to have to do is figure out which units these champions get into.
All right. So Teef Sella himself.
The big man himself.
Going to go with the Black Armor Bait.
All right. So he's going to fit with them. You're going to take out that officer. I'm going to get rid of him. And now we know that that's the big man right there. I'm going to slide him in there. All right.
Or is that flag?
That's fine. We know who he's with.
Then we've also, and then Keith Slamma is going to go with some of the line breakers with the purple blood pails.
All right. Goes over there.
No, that's a spearman.
Oh, okay. The only one they recommend that you maybe keep separate is your shaman, by the way.
Alright, Keith Salvo is going to go with these line breakers.
All right. Well, he's easier to fit. There he is. We see him. He's leading those boys into battle.
And then we will have old Blitzclaws at the front, ready to cast some Namdrick.
Oh, he's got the Mamjik. Well, who did I bring? Let's look over here and check out who's coming for the forces of humanity. We've got him. There they are. The Knights of the Violent Brotherhood, led by Prince Archduke Alois Funne of the Funne family. We have his cousin, a caster, Odo Funne.
Archbishop.
We also have, oh, that's right, it's Archbishop Odo Funne. That's right. We have over here is our line breakers, Lord Wellesley's Regiment of Foot, with an E, as is appropriate. We have over here Lord Fauntleroy's men, another group of line breakers. Notice they're lovely. And we've talked about this before. Folks, if you are coming into Tabletop Simulator brand new, I am telling you, the figures that you get for certain periods are so great, and fantasy is so well served. So is Napoleonics, so I'm a lucky guy. Back here, we've got the Men of the Riding. They're just good old-fashioned spearmen. And then we've got 3 units, the Yeomen of the Bowmen, the other Yeomen of the Bowmen, and the Brothers of the Bowmen. So we've got those groups. Now our battle's pretty straightforward. We're set up here on this field. We're going to be charging at one another and trying to kill one another. So that's the simple. But let's talk about the figs. Let's talk about the units and their stats. We come over here and we see, let's just grab Lord Wellesley's Regiment of Foot. Well, we first see an activation. Well, every turn, Velcro and I are going to roll for initiative. That's the first thing we're going to do. And whoever gets it gets to grab a guy and gets to try to activate him. And we get to roll 2d10, because this is a d10 system. We're going to roll 2d10, and we got to at least roll a 5 or better on one of those dice to get him to activate. If he fails, well, then he has to do a simple action. But if he doesn't fail, he gets to do 2 regular actions. We'll talk about those. His movement, well, that's how far he moves in inches as his base move. His fighting dice, well, that goes to combat, obviously, as does his shooting. And his defense is his armor in combat. His combat dice is a calculation that we'll see when we finally get into melee. Obviously, more is better. And his health is how many hits Velcro has to do to me to kill that guy. Obviously, this is only one. Some have more than others. And we do have some special abilities. So rather than mess about, why don't we just go to those special abilities and talk about what they are? Let's take a look at the Knights of the Violent Brotherhood. They've got Charge, which is a crazy ability. When they are attacking, they lower their to-hit number by 3.
Wow.
And they have Shielding, which we'll talk about in the context of combat. It's a pretty cool thing. Archduke Odo Funne, he's a spellcaster. He can cast spells. I've chosen 3 spells for him. He also has Shielding, as we see. He has Fire Over, which means he can shoot his spells over a friendly unit, if that friendly unit is within 3 inches.
The back of it or the very front of it?
He's got to be behind it. He can shoot over that unit, so it's like this. There's not much point. Nothing blocks there. But he's got to be within 3 inches like that.
Okay, I was just asking if he had to be within the back of him with 3 inches, or... There.
Well, it depends how he shoots, right? And then finally, he has magic items. And he has a magical item. He has Boots of Striding, which will turn rough terrain into regular terrain. How about these fellas? Do they have anything special? They don't. Nothing. How about these? They have Shielding and Brace. We'll go. The Brace ability is... see, I just want to see if anybody else showed up. It's Dave Thompson. It's... Okay, I'm going to totally embarrass you in front of everybody. It is the award-winning Dave Thompson. The he that crafted Undaunted, a game I was pleased to playtest in a much earlier edition before it became famous. So, a real pleasure to have you, David. Congratulations, very sincerely. And welcome. Yeah, we're going over Oathmark to talk about it. And to see if it's any good at all. So, what is Brace? Well, Brace is... let me go grab the rule set, which we have up here. Can I say to you, Osprey, if you happen by any chance to watch my little video, why did you make it so insanely difficult to buy a flipping PDF? I don't understand. But anyway, I have one now. Brace. If a unit that has figures with this ability, with the special ability Charge, move into combat with a unit that has figures with Brace, the moving unit loses 1 level of charge.
Very nice.
Right, how about over here? How about you? What do you got? You've got Charge. You've got Wild Charge. What is Wild Charge? We already know what Charge is. But what is a Wild Charge? A Wild Charge, when a unit containing this figure is active, that means he's the attacker, and engaged in combat, it may use Wild Charge to re-roll any one combat die.
Nice.
I want to re-roll this. You may make this decision after you roll and pick the die. But if you do, I get to re-roll one too.
Oh.
All right. Any other big crazy abilities we should know about? We'll talk about shielding when we get to melee. I didn't delete this guy. All right. I think that's pretty much it. We know these are woods. This is rough terrain. These are obstacles. We'll talk about those. That's rough. This is obviously rough and provides cover. Oh yes, with the rule for shooting, if you're in trees, you can shoot out of trees. This is the same set of basic principles that tanks has. If you're in trees, you just get cover. But if you're out of trees, they block line of sight.
Okay, so if they are in trees, you cannot hit them, period.
No, if they are in trees, you can shoot at them and they have cover.
Okay.
But if I'm on one side of trees and you're on the other side of trees, you can shoot. Now, you'll notice we're in these blocks. That's actually a feature, not a bug. That's the way the game works. These units have a maximum size. The game is organized in an interesting way. The miniatures come in come on these bases, and those are deliberately set this way. These are 25 by 25 bases. Actually, they're a little smaller. I liked them better that way. They're 20 by 20. Don't tell anybody. But they're 20 by 20. And when they're 20 by 20, the biggest the unit can be is 5 across, 4 ranks deep. And ranks matter significantly in combat. So you want to keep your ranks together. So these are 5 by 4. Here we have horses, which are 5 by 2, and they come on 20 by 40 bases, in my case. These fellas obviously come on these little ones, and Velker has much the same thing. All right. So I guess the first thing we should do is take a look and talk about setting up our game. Like I say, we're just going to fight to the death. You've picked your spells, haven't you?
I believe. Yeah. Yes, I have.
Okay. Good. And we'll be able to pull those up. Yeah. All right, we've already done that. All right, you begin by placing your troops on the table. What we are going to take turns placing a unit. 8 inches or closer to the table edge. No unit may be closer than 1 inch to any other.
So 8 inches is pretty dang far out.
Oh yeah, it's a bit.
There.
You know. To Jeff Russ, what you're going to do is you're going to want to go to the workshop. And you go check out in the workshop any game you like. Pick one. Pick your favorite. Or don't. Pick one of mine. I'm Cyrano over there. Go check it out. Subscribe to it. Once you subscribe to it, if you go into the menus and click Create, it'll be there, and you enter, and it looks like this. The one thing I've had an amazingly difficult time explaining to people is that, and you only have to do it to one. Have you set up one guy? We take turns.
Oh, sorry.
So you got one guy out, at least?
I have 2.
All right, that's cool. I'll now do one of mine. You know what I'm going to do? I'm getting even. I'm getting even for all that rubbish.
The Owen of the Bowman. They're gonna go back in those trees, huh?
Yeah, I'm mad about that from the game that we had of Dragon.
Why would you do it again?
Because I'm mad about it. All right, I got to set up another one, you said? I got 2. All right. You got me marked? Thank you. Now you see this base right here? This red base? This is your officer. Now it could be a different miniature, but I've just tagged it red so everybody can see it. That's a pretty important guy. He's going to determine a lot of things. Shooting, he's going to determine line of sight, and he is gigantic in melee. But we'll get there when we get there. So you got to set up a third guy at 8 inches.
All right.
Dalinor, yes, go France. I understand, man. I do.
I'm the French orcs. Oui, oui.
Uh-huh.
Oui, oui.
We are the French orcs. Oui,
Done.
oui. You're good? All right. How about the... That's an inch. You're up.
All right.
Lord Wellesley's regiment of foot is deployed as if for battle.
As if.
Ah!
Done.
All right. Do. That is the men of the riding deployed for battle.
Wonderful. Okay. These men also back up. That should be an inch. Yeah, that's an inch. Alright, yours.
All right. I'm going to shock you with my deployment of Lord Fauntleroy's men.
How could you?
I know.
Dare you?
How dare you! You're up.
And then these men back up to there. Maybe out of the way.
What are you doing over there? Show the folks at home what you're up to. Don't you love it? You got littlest eye orcs coming out of our ears. Check it out.
Is that still an inch? It is. Wonderful. Your turn.
All right. I'm running out of guys to deploy, so we might as well say... The other yeoman of the bowmen!
What is that idiot doing?
I'm going to rumble along.
What are
right
their
there.
abilities? They fire over, that's it.
They just have fire over. Yeah. And plus they can shoot.
Wow.
I know you're shocked by
I
that.
never would have thought.
I would never have thought they'd have the ability to shoot. What is their bowman?
And is that it for you?
Nope. I'm not done.
Very well, very well. Well, you just moved a guy.
I moved this guy and I'm waiting for you.
Oh, okay. I was asking if you were done.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm done deploying. I have other guys to deploy.
Alright, continue. I'm done. I'm done.
The Knights of the Violent Brotherhood will deploy here. And Archbishop Odo Funne. With his boots of striding.
Not the boots of striding.
Yes, the boots of
Those are
striding.
myths that our ancestors feared for millennia.
Those are stories they told their children.
Many years ago.
All right. We begin with activation, or with initiative. 2d10. Whoever's highest roll is higher goes first. Failing that, we go to the second one.
Alright.
Bink.
Oh, we forgot to despawn one.
I'll have to do that. My best is a 5.
My best is a 10.
All right, you get to try to activate your first unit. Good luck.
I shall start with... Oh, well, first of all, thank you. Second of all, the purple blood pales shall attempt to move forward.
All right, well, you don't have to even say what they're doing because they get 2 activations. So they will now roll 2d10. They're hoping to get a 6 on either one of them.
Got it. One above, one below.
All right, so you can now do 2 things.
So move forward twice.
Yeah, that's that.
I know, it's shocking.
I know. I'm absolutely stunned that you would make such a bold move this early in the game.
Alright, they have moved. Do I move another guy?
No, now it's my turn. I then get to move a unit. So this is how the turn sequence goes. Pretty cool, huh?
Yes.
All right, so I'm just checking this. Yep.
Once again, we must move only straight.
Correct. We have to move straight ahead unless we maneuver. Well, unless we maneuver. Yeah, because maneuvers are things like that. Yeah. Good point. All right, here we go. I'm going to shock you and say I will attempt to activate the Brothers of the Bowman. They need a 5.
See how this goes.
They're fine. So far, they're off in a way.
The brothers are good, but the actual yeomen of the bowman, we'll see how they do.
Yeah, let's see here. All right, so it's rough ground. Which means, of course, it costs me a half movement. Yep. So here we go. Yeomen of the Bowman have a movement of 6. Let's see here. So they arrive at the forest, having moved 2. Oof. So they only get another half inch.
What is their move?
6. Oh, that's right. So they got their...
They can go 12, then.
No. They get to... Oh, that's true. So they spent 2.1 getting to the edge of the trees, which left them with 9.9. Yes, 9.9 because they have 12.
Yeah.
9.9, which is halved to 4.5 inches. Or no, 9.9, which is halved to 5 inches.
Okay. Yeah.
Here come the yeomen of the bowman. Or the brothers of the bowman, I should say.
Oh no, those guys are done for now that you said that.
The brothers of the bowman are now in the midst of the trees.
They're gonna rock because you didn't know who they were.
Who will you attempt to activate?
I shall attempt to activate the purple blood pecs.
The purple blood pecks have an activation we see of 6.
What? Wow. Sorry.
They are willing to activate. What will they do?
They shall move forward.
Brilliant. Can't say I'm surprised.
They've moved.
All right. The other yeoman of the bowman will attempt to move.
The other one.
Oh, no. They get a simple move, and that's 1. So they only get to move their 6 inches.
But they will run into that rough.
Mm-hmm. Let's figure out how far they are at the 6. So that's 4, so they get 1 more inch. To 4.8.
5.
Actually, 4.8. There we are. Come on now. Be honest. Your turn.
Alright. I shall now move the bluegrass bellowers. Right there.
I'll give it credit for this. This game clips along at least at first.
Activation 6. Oh, very good.
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, it's very nice.
What is their move? It is
6. 12
These
inches.
guys are a bit faster.
Are they?
Yeah. Move 12.
Well, they're spearmen, so they're more lightly clad, I imagine.
Those are my line breakers. Alright, that's those guys. Hiding behind the buildings.
All right.
Probably wasn't the best idea. But...
Well, you're going to have to shuffle left or right,
Right.
which you're allowed to do at half speed, which is an interesting rule. I'm curious to see how that plays. Lord Fauntleroy's men. They activate on a 5 and move 5. How do you feel, Lord Fauntleroy's men? Are you willing to move? You are. Thank you. No obliquing, so I think they're going to bump that, aren't they?
I believe they shall. Yes, they shall.
Oh, they bump it at 4.6, which leaves 5.4, which is 2.7. 2.7 is 7.3. Your turn.
My turn. Alright, I shall move the bluegrass biters. Their activation is also 6.
The bluegrass biters. They're willing to help.
Very good.
Yeah, sure enough.
Well, actually, these are Mordor orcs, so they're probably grunting.
Well, I think it was Red Sachs who said, where there's a whip, there's a way.
Very nice. Good reference. Approved.
All right, the Men of the Riding. Activate on a 5. Move. Ooh, they are brisk.
And the Men of the Riding.
The Men of the Riding. And they wish.
Motivated as
Now,
well.
we are not playing this optional rule, but right there, that would have been a special event. Because I rolled doubles. I like the fact that if we both roll doubles, it's a catastrophic event.
Where giants show up and then they fight each other.
This and other madness. Your turn.
Old Let's Claws. I choose you. What is his activation?
Oh, you're sending out your wizard.
Yes.
Here it comes.
There's 6. He's quick.
Yeah, sure.
Whew, made it. Moves 12. Wee.
And he does have facing, but he gets a free wheel anytime he wants at the start of his turn.
Oh, that's nice.
But because he does have to go straight ahead.
He can do a pew pew next turn, I believe.
Oh, you think so?
I don't know the range of the Rain of Knives.
Of course you brought Rain of Knives. Why wouldn't you?
It's a Rain of Knives.
it's a Rain of Knives. Why wouldn't I use a Rain of Knives?
It's a Rain of Knives.
Yeah. No, it's not a general spell.
Steady.
Orky spells. Poison Cloud. You guys are the best. You really are.
We didn't.
Rain of Knives. Cast the spell on any unit.
And I'm going to move back 6 inches.
So you have to you have to have line of sight to it.
Alright, I'm going to move back 6 inches and cast it on one of you idiots.
Or you're just gonna do it now, huh?
Yeah, knives.
Just taking a look. Yeah. It's gonna be like that, huh?
Since I know I have to check.
Yeah, there's.
Will Blitz Claws draw first blood? Should have been Zap Claws. Now that I think about it, Zap Claws.
All right. So what we need to do here. Yeah, I assume now what you're gonna do is you're gonna check the line of sight.
I'm pretty sure I have easy line of sight on these buckos.
Yeah.
Yep. On those old chips.
There we are. What is his level? He is a level what?
Spellcasting 3, so he's level 3.
All right, so you, because you are level 3, you are going to be rolling 3 dice to activate this spell.
All right.
And let's now, since this is our very first spell effect, which I'm super happy about, not. Are you happy? Are you good over there?
Very.
I thought you might be. You and your filthy orky spells.
Who said they're filthy?
I said they're filthy.
Well, they're not.
So you're gonna roll 3d6.
6.
3d6 and 3d10, sorry, and you need a 7.
Oh, cruel. 1, 4, and 6.
Oi, sorry about that. Didn't work quite the way I wanted.
No, he spills the blood and the magic fairy dust trying to...
Is that what happens? Is that what happens? You do this with fairies?
No, it's... Yeah, give them cheap booze.
That's the... We talked about that.
Suddenly they're corrupted. I sprinkle my blood on it.
I wish I had some dwarves, tell you the truth, Ron. I really do.
Dwarves are cute.
Stop it. Lord Wellesley's regiment of foot will now advance. Or not. It will do a simple move of 5. Interestingly enough, one of the 3 moves is shoot. One of the 3 activations for simple movement. So you're up.
Alright, the black armor bait. Better fear them. They've got teeth, Slamma, or Sella. I think that's it. Yeah. So they can move 10. I'm not gonna make it that further.
One question that people will ask, can you interpenetrate in this game? Yes, you can. You just have to be able to clear.
And you have to be an inch away. Of course.
All right.
Alright.
My turn.
Your turn.
The Yeoman of the Bowmen will now attempt to go. Their activation is 5 with a move of 6. Excellent. I suppose it's time to check this since you're already getting so terribly close to me.
How far do they shoot?
How far do we shoot is exactly the question I'm asking. Bow. Ooh. 20 inches.
What?
Ooh.
What? No.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
They can't reach these.
They get to move first, my friend.
What? How does a bow shoot that far?
Yeah, hey, wizard boy, put a sock in it.
What?
Okay, so we measure from our friend here, the edge of his stand. Hello.
We have the bluegrass boys.
Shoot, 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 shoot.
No.
Here we go. Let's talk about combat. Combat goes like this. We have line of sight. That is evident. We now come over here to the Yeoman of the Bowmen who have 2 shoot. That is their ability. It is 2. They are going to be firing 5 dice because that's how many they have in their front row. There it is. That's the max you can ever roll. It's the number of dice. You could see they have this number of their fight is 0?
Yeah.
Oh, I just noticed that.
Yeah, we talked about that.
They have 1 combat die, which is multiplied by the number of men in their front rank, if it's a front to front. So, 1 combat die multiplied by 5, maximum of 5. Now, their shoot is a 2. This is subtracted from the defense of our friends over here, which is a 9, which means they're going to roll 5 dice. Every 7 or better is a hit. If they were to roll, well, they can't. They can't beat it by 5. So, 5 dice, 7 or better is hits.
1.
And I don't think they may even have gotten that because I think there's a modifier I just did forget about.
I have shielding.
Used in action this turn prior to shooting. Oh! But. -1 for each full rank after the first. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 ranks. They are therefore 3, so it's a -3. They used in action, which is a +1, so -2. The unit is not disordered in cover, so it's a total of a -2. So instead of a 7, it's a 5. 1, 2, 3 hits.
You're mean, but I have shielding, so.
That only works in melee.
Why?
Shielding is for melee.
But if you have
That's where we trade, remember? So you have to take 3 guys off your back rank.
I find that interesting. Wouldn't shields be useful if someone's shooting at you?
Oh, in this game, in melee. So there, that's how they have, and they must come off the back rank. Now you have taken damage, which means you must make a morale check.
How many days?
We go over here into the morale modifiers. There they are. You receive a -1 for each casualty. The unit contains at least 1 or less than 1 full rank. No, you're good. You have at least 2 complete ranks, correct? Yes you do. And it is due to a shooting attack, so that's good for you too. So you lost 3 guys, but you get a +1 for having ranks, and you get a +1 because it was shooting, so you're at a total of -1. What is your activation number?
6?
Sorry, it's over here. It's the biters. So it's a 6. Right, so it's a -1. You must roll a 7 or better on either of 2d10 to prevent you becoming disordered.
Got it.
You're fine. So that was my shooting from the Yeoman of the Bowmen. Pew, pew, pew.
3 guys.
And 3 guys did not make it. That was my Yeoman. It's your turn.
And now the black armor bales. They're gonna start moving.
Mm-hmm. March, march, march.
Done.
All right, so you've had your marches over there. You've made your way there. All right, so my turn. I will now move Archbishop Odo Funne. He will wheel. It's a tiny bit, so he doesn't go into those trees. Oh, that's right. No, he's got the boots of striding. I forgot. He likes those trees. He's got the boots of striding.
Does that count as rough?
Yes. That's why these guys are moving at half.
Okay, I wasn't sure if rough was different than trees.
No, trees are rough terrain that also give cover.
Okay.
And his activation is a 5. A 5.
Come on, Odo. Take a nap. It's fine.
Take a nap?
Relax.
No, he's fine. He wants to go for a walk. And that is a move of 12. 12 inches. Here he comes. Romp, romp, romp. Whoa.
What spells does he have?
Mostly honestly healing. He has 1 offensive spell.
Is it Fireball?
Maybe.
Did I guess it? Wow.
You'll see. Your turn.
Fire. I'm done.
All right, and then finally I end with the Knights of the Violent Brotherhood, who activate on a 5 and move what? What do they move?
8.
Woo! 5
They're
move 8.
speedy boys. You get 3 dice anyway, since you have...
Oh, correct. That's a good reminder. Because we have him here, and he is commanding, so that gives a 3rd die. That is, or it's the champion piece. It's the
It's command.
It is a command? I forgot. I could have
Champion
used him
is
to...
the bonus champion die.
I could have allowed him to order somebody else, but I will not. I will not anyway. That's fine. They're going to do that. All right, let's get a photo of turn 1, I think, because that's turn 1. All right, turn 1 is in the books, our first game of Oathmark. Very good. Let's roll for initiative.
2 dice, whoever gets highest.
I think that's me.
Go, you filth.
Yeomen of the Bowmen are going to shoot at the bluegrass biters again.
What did they do to you?
They're getting pew-pewed is what they're getting.
What did they do to you?
I don't, it's kind of a long story. So now it's 5 dice. Their shoot is 2. Again, it's a 7. It was a 5. Now it's a 4. They hit on 4s because they didn't move. 5 dice for 4s. Make sure I'm doing that right.
I would like to file a complaint.
You would like to register a complaint? That's combat. That's not what I want. I want this. That's morale test. There we are. That's still combat, for heaven's sake. There we are. Yep, -1 for each rank, so it's a -3. Takes us to 4. That's it. 5 dice looking for 4. Pew pew.
I don't get why shielding wouldn't work.
2 hits.
Takes up my full back rank.
Huzzah. And I'll happily, you know what, it's our first game. It is well worth checking that sort of thing.
Because wouldn't the shield help if you were being fired at?
It certainly, I don't think it does, but I am more than happy to look it up. I am just not that way. During combat. It's not the same thing.
I know, but I disagree with that rule. That's my point.
All right. So you took off 2, which means you're going to have to make a morale check. Situation. Is it the number of casualties suffered in this turn?
I would think.
Or is
Otherwise, you're going to have a really big negative just through 2.
You're going to wind up with a -20, right? Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? I would have to think. The thing with this book is it's hard to get back and forth between the 2 pieces of it just because there are so many morale tests. Boop, there we go. Yeah, I would, for each cat, yeah, I would say say the number of casualties that you took. Right, because then you take the penalties for less than 1 full rank. Unit contains at least 2. Yeah, you already take a penalty for less than. So how many did you get hit for?
2.
So your basic activation is a 2. Anything else? Anything else? So it would be a. What's your activation number?
6.
So you need to roll an 8, but you have at least 2. So you need to roll 7. Yeah, 2d10 for a 7. Oh, it's no. I forgot again. It's due to a shooting attack. So a 6. 2d10 for a 6. Got it. You're fine. All right. Now the Omen of the Bowman will stay right there and not do anything. It's your activation.
Am I going to shoot again?
Can I shoot twice? No, I don't think you can shoot. Can I shoot twice?
Let's see why not.
Is that a thing?
I sure don't know.
I well, let's see those limits. Combat, movement, simple, special, wheel, all this stuff. Actions, there we go.
It says move.
Oh, well. There are a few exceptions. A unit may perform any of the actions listed below in any order you choose. It is perfectly acceptable to move then maneuver or shoot then move. Some units have access to special abilities that details. Wow. I guess I do get to shoot twice. Checking under activation now. See, this is why it always helps to have our guy Hasdrubal around. He actually seems to know all the rules, so he would check with us. Oh, yes, you can move into terrain. Terrain is classified in very broad ways. The big one here is the fields, the patches of rough, and the trees are all rough terrain. It has movement. The other big piece of it is, hey, Red, sorry you're late, but still glad to have you. And the trees provide cover from fire. So, yes, you may move into them. So I'm going to shoot again. Same deal. I feel squicky about this. I'm not comfortable with this.
You're gonna hit me again. As I'm coming up.
Because I know see, oh, that's a good point. Shoot. Nope, there it is. A unit may never perform more than one shooting attack per activation.
Wonderful.
All right. I knew I felt weird about that for some reason.
Spells twice.
Ooh, can you cast a spell twice? Let's find out. No, it's 1 spell per turn.
All right.
That I know. That I did see.
Cool.
And then with the case of melee ends the turn even if you have an activation left. Like, he could move now. Which I'm not going to have him do. So it's your turn.
Going to start with the Black Armor Bait.
Black Armor Bait.
They can move.
They feel good about moving. They feel very good. Oh, is that so?
It is. I am afraid so.
Here we go. All right, my turn. These yeomen of the bowmen fire from the trees.
Do you got a negative of firing out of trees?
Let's have a look. Let's see what the terrain says. I don't think so.
What?
All right, woods. Here we go. Woods are one of the most common types of terrain. Usually they're represented, yeah, we know that. You may neither draw line of sight through nor fire over them. Units may move through woods, though woods are rough ground. Any artillery unit or figures mounted on horses or wolves must make a morale test. A unit is in the woods. Yes, we are in the woods. Once you are in the woods, they no longer block line of sight to or from you. It is light cover if it's the target of a shooting attack. No such thing if you melee me. And that's it. Nope, I could shoot you.
I get that you can feel there, just wondering.
Yeah, no bonus, no negative. So it'll be 5 dice. Shooting is 2. What's the armor of the purple blood packs? Ooh, they're an 8. Nasty. So this will be an.
My line breakers?
I'm shooting. I have to shoot at the closest unit.
I know. Wait, are you sure that these guys aren't closer?
Nearest point, 17-2, 17-7.
Deep on his base. Back a little.
Still.
They're the same.
No, then I choose these guys.
Why?
Are they lower?
Yeah. Definitely. For sure.
Oh yeah, 1 point. Well, I guess I will take them then. And that's also going to be a flank shot.
Really?
Oh yeah. That's not even close.
What?
It's the majority. I can't even see the front of your guys.
Yes, you can.
Stop it.
See the front of this
It's a
guy.
flank shot, which is going to cost you.
I'm shocked. Wait, why would they have their shields in front of that?
Shooting modifiers, or do I get a bonus? No, I don't. No bonus. So it's a -1 for each full rank again. So we start out with a differential of 7. Yeah, right. Because you're a 9 and I'm a 2. Right. 7. 7. 6. 5. 4. 5 dice for 4. Four hits.
And 1 HP, so that's 4 guys.
Morale check. What's your activation?
6.
So it's 6 plus 4 to 10. Anything else? And then you've got these full rank bits. So you've got 2 complete ranks.
I got 2 complete ranks. 1.
So it's 10, 9 because you've got the complete ranks, and 8 because we're shooting. So this is going to be a little tougher.
Well, I thought you said it was 10 without.
It's right. You've got to roll an 8 or better.
But I've got 2 complete ranks.
Right, but it's only a total of +1 for the complete ranks.
Oh.
So you need a 2d10 for 8 or better. He is disordered. That's what you'll have to do when you activate him this turn, is try to rally that off. Next guy.
Now I'll move the black. Oblitz Claus is going to try to cause a storm of knives, or rain of knives.
Does he have fire over?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it does need it. But
Yeah, he does.
no, I'm
Does he have-
these guys.
Oh. Oh, very good then.
Or
Never
front
mind.
doors, man.
Okay, so what did he need?
7, I believe. And 3 days.
3 dice, 7 or better.
Got it.
All right, you've got to roll. Here's the thing, and I'll let you change your target if you want. You get a 0 shoot, 5 die attack. So in this case, you're going to be firing. You got to get a 9 to hit me.
That was 5 combat, though.
No. It's a 0 shoot. You're getting a 0 shoot attack. So you have to subtract 0 from my defense, and that's what you've got to roll.
Okay.
So you want to do it over here?
Nobody's got different armor.
Sure, it's defense. The men of the riding have a 9. The Lord Fauntleroy's men have a 10.
What? Well, What do they do? I think I'll actually shoot at the other yeoman of the bowman.
Can you see them?
Yes.
You're being a jerkbag to my yeoman of the bowman.
Yeah, you're being a jerk with your yeoman of the bowman.
So you still have to roll a 9. So it's a 5d6 for a 9.
Not one hit.
Rain of knives. Nothing.
And then he'll move up here.
All right.
Well, he has to move straight, so he's got a wheel.
Yeah, he's got... Well, he can't do the wheel. Oh, that's right. He gets that for free. Never mind. All set?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, you know what? I want to try that too. I want to play that game too.
It's a dual fireball.
I want to see how it goes. So wait a minute. Fireball and Rain of Knives are it's a combat 3 dice. That's why. But it's a shoot 4.
Wait, does that make it more powerful?
Well, it depends how you look at it mathematically. The orc one gets 5 dice, but it's a shoot 0.
Oh.
Whereas this is a
It's got to shoot 4.
3 dice, but it's a shoot 4.
So what's the difference?
It's the right. Well, I'll show you. Now, when I shoot at these guys, because it's a shoot 4, I only got to roll 6s. Because his defense is 10.
So fireball is stronger.
But I'm only rolling 3 dice.
Oh.
3 dice for 6s. From the woods, setting the trees on fire. 1. And that does require him to make a morale check, which is going to be reasonably good, actually. His activation is 6, 7 for the damage, 1 for the rank, which takes it to 6. Again, it's a shooting attack 5. 2d10 for 5.
Got it.
Yep, so he's fine. That's it for him. You're up.
The bluegrass followers are going to rally.
All right, they're at a -1, so you got to roll a 7. 2d10 for 7.
Got it.
All right, that's all he can do. My turn. The Lord Wellesley's Regiment of Foot. Activate 5. More than enough. Squeaky. Your turn.
Purple blood pecs. They're going to wheel.
Okay, let's talk about wheeling. What they got to do is you got to pivot either this guy or this guy.
It'll be this guy.
And face him the way you want him to face. And then everybody else conforms like this. Nope. Do your front row. And then you should be able to do your second row. Try to keep them even.
That's what I'm trying to do.
And then everybody else just gets behind. Perfect. So that was a wheel. Well done. I liked it. And now they get to. They still have an action left.
So they can move 5.
All right. Oh boy.
Odo ain't making it.
Odo's got boots of speed, my friend.
Doesn't mean he's gonna get anywhere.
The other yeoman of the bowmen are shooting you.
That's such a jerk move. Stop third partying.
This isn't Fortnite.
That's toxic.
It is not Fortnite.
I don't care.
The other yeoman of the
party in general.
It'd be an 8, 7, 6, 5. I don't think there's anything else because they haven't moved.
They're in rough ground. All of them slip on their hiney's and fall on their heads and die.
On their hiney's.
Yes. They have very high knees.
5d6 for 5s.
Ow!
That's a whooping. That's some bows,
Fucking
baby.
Toxic.
That is some bows.
That's some toxic is what that is.
All right, so you're activate. So that'd be a 10. You're still
4.
10. No, remember it's for you've got the 2, so it's 10, 9, 8. 2d10 for 8.
Oh goodness. Wow. They didn't even add up to 8.
And parenthetically, this 10 is double, so you take another hit.
What?
And they're gonna stay put right where they are. You're up.
The black armor, no, never mind. The purple blood pales are going to advance. You get a simple move of 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
5. Your turn.
Hey, Mike. Holy cow, there's like 1 million people. Well, it's not 1 million people, but the chat blew up without me. Okay, for the record, leave the Combine out of it. You weren't there. You don't understand the
You're
trauma.
talking about the Combine again?
Yes, they're still talking about the
Leave
Combine.
us alone. It was an accident.
It was an
Figured
accident.
it out. Nobody was hurt.
The
Stop.
the yeoman of the, is it the other yeoman of the bowman? It's the actual. Wait, the yeoman of the bowman fired.
Yeah, they shot.
Yeah, they shot. So that leaves me with Lord Fauntleroy's men.
I tried to rain knives upon them. It didn't work too well.
No, that was kind of a jerk move.
No, I actually shot the other yeoman of the bowman who then shot at my guys. I got nothing against you, man.
I got nothing against you, man. I'm done there.
Alright, bluegrass bite. Oh, excuse me.
Whoa, that was all right. Well done.
Thank you. Oh, no. Okay.
God save the queen.
The bluegrass biters are going to activate the never mind. Bluegrass biters move on the 6. Whoa, they're gonna haul freight. Can I make it to you? Hello?
Whoa. Nope.
No!
You gotta stay back an inch.
So that's an inch. My defense is better anyway. I still have to back up.
Mm-mm. Fascinating.
I have wild
I'm actually done for this turn. I'm done. You move.
The black armor bells. Let's see if they are willing to advance. No, they're not.
I guess not.
Your turn.
I'm done.
Oh, then that's it. That is it.
Initiative.
I win.
I win.
No, but Uno reverse.
Yeoman of the Bowman, fire at the bluegrass biters.
Why? Just fight me hand to hand. You won't.
You're correct. Now, this is a very close thing. I'm not persuaded.
That you won't shoot your own guy.
No, I can shoot. I can. They have fire over. Remember, I have fire
Are they
over.
within 3 inches? Okay, fine, they are.
Bunch of dirty hecklers. The way that they deal with LOS is kind of interesting, and I think it will bear taking a look at here.
But you're facing batters.
Oh, yes. It certainly does. Line of sight is completely through front arc, which is kind of interesting.
What?
One of the things that you have to do with this game is, there it is, line of sight. You must be able to draw an uninterrupted line from any point on the base of the officer in your unit to any point on the base of at least half the figures that compose one facing of the opposing unit. Oh, okay. So this will work.
Yeah, you can get all of these guys.
Right, exactly. What matters is line of sight has to stay inside this.
So that means you couldn't get these guys.
It has to stay inside this arc.
You still could have gotten it at the front too. 1, 2.
Nope, that's the point. I couldn't.
Why not?
I don't think I've got LOS to that guy.
Yeah, you do.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Any part? Okay. That was what I was fussing about, but yeah, you may be right. All right, so the Yeomen of the Bowman again have a shoot of 2 against the Bluegrass
9,
Biters.
7.
So that's a 7 plus
That's
my rank
4.
7, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yep.
Man, that rank thing is just stupid. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Wait till you melee me. 3.
See, you're gonna run.
All right. Activation of
6.
6. So be 9, 8, 7.
Made it.
Yep. That was my activation. You're up.
The Bluegrass Biters.
I don't know how they feel about it. Do they want a melee? They do.
Yeah.
So what you do, square up officer to officer. That's what happens. This as long as you make contact, you square up, irrespective of the movement allowance remaining. It's one of the more interesting, simple, hey, this is just what happens. So we do the same thing now. I have, what do I got? My attack, my fight, I should say, is a 3
To my 9.
against his 9. So I'm baseline looking for 6s. His fight
2.
is 2 against my defense of 10. So you're looking for a baseline of 8. Now we're both full 5 dice in combat, right? So I'm looking for a base 6. He's looking for a base 8. But now let's look at some modifiers. Do you have charge?
I believe I do.
Thought you did.
I have charge and wild charge too.
Well, wild charge lets you re-roll.
Right, I do have charge.
Okay, I've got nothing. So that's going to give you... But let's go take a look real quick at our fighting dice first, though. Wrong one. Combat modifiers. How many full ranks do you have after the first?
1.
Okay. And I have... So that... Okay, you have and I have 3. So that lowers my target to 3.
Mm-hmm.
That lowers your target to
7.
7. So 3 to 7. Now we figure in your charge ability.
Makes it 1 less. So then it's 6.
6. So I've got 5 dice looking for 3s, and you've got 5 dice looking for 6.
Yep.
Let's do it.
I got 1.
I got 3. All right, so I take 1 off. We both make a morale check. You lost 3. Your activation is 6, so it would be 9. I think it's going to be a straight 9 because I think you've lost your morale test modifiers. Yeah, you've got to have 2 ranks to get that bonus. So you need 9s. 2d for a 9.
Nope.
All right, so you're disordered. Now it's my turn to check. I am a 5. And I lost 1, which is a 4. Or to a 6, I should say. But that drops me back down because I have the ranks, so I'm back to a 5. And we're fine. Now, this is one of the more interesting rules in the game that I have been thinking a lot about, and I was curious to see how this would work out. Now that I have won, because I did 3 casualties to Velker's 1, we now, once we've done all this, determine hits, remove casualties, morale test, pushback. The player controlling the unit that scores the most hits must choose. I must either leave where you are and move my own unit back, or push you back 1 inch or 6 inches. I push you back 1 inch.
Move that flag.
Got it? That's how it winds up. And it's my activation. I'm going to activate Lord Wellesley's Regiment of Foot. On a 5. Got him. Oh, we didn't like that at all.
You didn't.
So, you're back. Again, let's do the math. You were at a 6, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And I was at a 3. You're back to a 7 because you've lost this last rank.
Right.
I was at a 3. You're also disordered, which pushes you to an 8. And you've already been activated this turn, which pushes you to a 9. So I've got 5d6 for 3, and you've got 5d6 for 9. Five.
2.
Man. All right, good on you. 2 off the back. All right, your morale check is 5. It's
impossible.
It may be, well, it's 11.
So I route.
Yep, you're off the map. That is a kill. These fellas lost 1, 2, and therefore their activation is 5, so it's 7, but they have the extra rank, so it's 6. They're fine. Your turn.
Purple blood pills.
Mm-hmm.
rolled 5 dice.
I don't know why you rolled 5. You get 2.
They have to wheel a little bit. Okay.
Unless you want to scooch them sideways, which you can also do.
Scoot them sideways a little bit.
You get a half. You can move them up to half their move. Counts as a.
No, move forward.
All right.
That's them.
The brothers of the bowmen will fire here.
All right.
That is a 5. They activate. I guess it doesn't matter because they get a free action. They get to activate to shoot anyway, but...
You can't attack when you don't activate.
Yes, you can. You can shoot. You can't attack.
Oh.
2 is their shoot. Their defense is 8. They have 1, 2, 3, so it's 5. I think that's it. 5d6 for 5. Four hits. Their activation is 6, 10 minus 9, so it's 8. You need an 8.
They made it.
All right. Well done there. Your turn.
The purple blood pecks will advance.
No, they can't. They have to rally.
Oh, and they will rally.
They need a 7.
Nothing.
They're stuck. Okay. The other yeoman of the bowman will shoot at them. Assuming that's 20 inches. Yep. Five d6 for 5. Three hits. 9, 8.
Didn't make that one.
They're gone. Okay. Your turn.
Old Blood's Claws is going to have Rain of Knives against the Yeoman of the Bowman.
Yep, he has fire over. That is correct. So first he has to try to cast it.
7. Nope.
Nope.
So then he will wheel and...
I'm done for the turn.
The Bluegrass Bellowers, they will attempt to scuttle.
Scuttle, scuttle.
They will.
Yeah, I think that scuttling is a really good idea given the circumstances.
Alright, and then they will move forward for 6. No, for 3, 3.
It's yeah, he actually had to go back to school today, if virtually.
No, I went to school.
Oh, that's right. You had to go clean out your stuff, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've actually played War Master. It's funny you mentioned this, Red. I mentioned it starting out. That's the next set I'm building after this. I'm going to build the Battle of the Five Armies set, except doubled, because that's better.
I got a sequined pillow from my friend.
What's this?
I got a sequined pillow from my friend.
You got a sequined pillow?
Yes. It's in my room right now.
Why does it have sequins? It would seem like those would scratch your face.
It's got a fuzzy side.
Oh, okay. So you moved up the Bluegrass Bellowers.
Yes.
What else do you... It's your turn, so you can just keep
Black
going.
Armor Bales.
All right.
Or did they fail? No, they would.
No, they're fine.
They would have moved then. They can move. So they're going to scuttle a little bit. How far do they move? They move 5. So they can move over this much. And then they'll move forward with their stuff. They can go there. Or they'll scuttle over here.
Gotta watch that 1 inch, though.
How close are they? Okay. There. Where's that?
It's all good?
No, so scoot that forward. Okay, that should be positive. That's got to be fine. Okay, that's it. That's it.
Initiative.
9. I have 6. Yes.
And I have 5. So we went to our second die. It's your initiative. Go.
Purple blood pales will advance. Hopefully, please. Yes. They go straight. And they bonk.
Is that the way that... Let me just check that that's the way that works. I think it is. I just want to... Yeah. That's correct.
Charge.
Oh, so it's Fuzzy Lumpkin. Hello, Fuzzy Lumpkin.
Steve Slammer.
I want to do this just because I want it to look right. Back him up.
Why?
This is the way it should look. Work with me.
What do you mean?
Here you go. That's what I want to
But
see.
that guy's already up here.
Oh, cool.
That means
All right, yeah, just...
them.
There we go. Because I want to see him leading his men in battle. Here we go. Now, is he a champion?
Yes.
Oh, boy. My guys have anything? No, they don't.
We have charge too.
Yeah. So... he takes on the fight of the guys he's with, which is 4, either way. So let's go over what champion gets him.
Champion die.
Yep.
Not my champion dying. But we get a die that is the champion. Which means it's special and better somehow.
All right, here we go. Oh, that's annoying.
Good.
Found it. It takes place with the officer. When it is in combat, you replace one of your combat die with the champion die. You'll roll that one last. That fight unit 1-on-1 also replace one of their... Yeah, that's not the same thing. During combat, you will calculate your total combat dice and target number in the usual way. However, after they roll the dice, if the champion die equals or beats the target number, it does an additional hit. Thus, if the champion would score 1, it instead scores 2. Secondly, if you roll a 10 with that champion die, you must make a choice. You can either apply all the hits to the enemy unit as usual, or you can apply it directly to my officer.
And then to the rest, or just the officer?
You would hit all... Yeah, and then you would get to go to all the rest.
Okay.
Just in case my officer had extra guys. Oh, I take that back. If this results in more damage than the enemy officer can sustain... the extra hits are lost from the chase. You probably wouldn't do it. You'd only be doing that against, like, for example, Arthur Funne.
What is the Officer Lost do?
Officer Lost is a... get that here. When players roll 1 die during morale tests and activation tests, you only get 1 die for morale and activation tests for that unit without an officer, unless he's within 6 inches of somebody who has command.
So much worse morale.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough thing. So he's got all that. So let's start with your basics. Let's figure out what you're rolling. You've got a fight of 4 against my armor of 10. So your base is 6. That's actually very good. And now it's 6, 5, 4, 3 because of your ranks.
I also have charge. So it's...
Charge of 1.
So 2.
So 2. I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty good.
It.
But bear in mind now, you also get those multiple hits if you roll
Right.
plus 5 plus... Well, you can't get plus 10, but you can get a plus 5 in there. So you're rolling 5 dice for 2. Actually, 4 dice for 2, and then a champion die. A champion die.
That's the one that I'm going to miss.
All right, so I, on the other hand, have a fight of 3 against your defense of
9,
10,
so
7, 6, 5. That's it. So I've got 5 dice for 5. I'll do mine first.
5 for 5. 2. Ooh, nice.
4.
Hits, but...
Now you're going to roll 4 dice for 2.
God, she's 2 twos.
Doesn't matter. That's 4 hits. And now a 5th die. Oh, wait. And by the way, that 8 and that 9 are both 2 hits.
So that's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now you roll your champion die.
which is a 10.
Oh,
So that's 9.
So that, well, now, but, so you were at 6. You have a choice.
I'm not going to hit him.
You're not going to kill the officer. You're going to take all the hits?
Oh, yeah.
I would have thought so. So now, you're... Oh, man, this is going to be ugly.
I hit for 9.
You just hit me for 9 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow.
Pretty much half your guys, pretty much. Whew, that was devastating. Slime breakers for you.
Ah! That was ugly. That was very ugly.
And how much did you hit me for?
And I hit you for 4.
Ouch, that's still hurties.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, get rid of all these guys.
I replace him. Good job.
No. He gets to be there. He's there.
No.
Oh, he's dead now. Okay, I see.
Wait. Well, he's part of this.
Yeah.
And
So he's there.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Kill. I'll take it.
All right, so first things first, you get to decide what the fate is here. Do I go back an inch? Do you go back an inch, or do I go back 6 inches?
You'll go back 6.
I will go back 6. Now, this is, of course, assuming I live.
Yes. Which is not likely.
Actually, can I? That's a good question.
Well, you took damage already.
I took 9. I took 9 hits. My activation is... That's right. If I get a 10, I pass.
No matter what?
Yeah, 10 passes.
So then I would have had a chance earlier.
Yeah, that's true. So I shouldn't take this. I won't take this either, because a 10 does pass, but we didn't do that with yours, so I'm done.
Bam. Wow. And now mine.
You took 4. You have an activation of 6. That's 10. But you have the 2 ranks, so that drops it to 9. That's it. You do need 9.
Really?
Well, yeah.
My morale that bad. Okay. Oh, yeah!
There it is. The big rally from Teef Slamma. Teef Slamma. Whew. That was heck of a combat. That was Teef Slamma fighting.
I
Yeah.
reroll all my misses. Oh, wait. There were none.
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't have any misses, did you?
No. I had 2 twos, which is kind of sad. But...
My
Alright,
turn.
Your turn. Devastating charge by Steve Slammer and the Purple Blood Pales. Wow.
All right, we got to start doing this. All right, they activated. I'm gonna shrink this though. Little green skittle.
No, it's the green skittle under the fridge.
It's the green skittle under the fridge. All right.
Keep an eye on it.
Who went to? Who else of mine went? This guy. Yep. Knights of the Violent Brotherhood.
Yeah, they're good. They're up and running. Assume they're going to wheel. Oh, they're going to scuttle. Gosh, they can move 4.
I thought they could move 10.
What? No, they can move 8. Yeah, their move is 8.
What? So I gotta.
I mean, you could still hit me. Got no problem with hitting me. Yeah, they're not.
Nope, I can't.
Why not?
These guys are in their way.
No, they're not.
Hey there.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Oh, I'm not wearing my glasses anymore. Oh yeah, they do run into them.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Well, you might as well move them both times then.
That's the other question I've got. I think they've got to be able to see them at the start of the turn. No. Okay. Yeah, in that case. Hi. There it is.
Hi.
Your turn.
How you doing? Alright. Old Blitzclaws is going to wheel a bit.
Take care, Dave. Good to see you as always.
And then he's going to attack the Yeoman of the Bowman with a rain of knives. Actually, no. He is not going to do that. He is going to cast Crushing Blow upon the Purple Blood Pales.
What does that do? What is Crushing Blow?
Something.
I have to look that up, don't I?
Yeah. I think it's a bonus to attacking. Crushing Blow. +1 combat die. Combat die. That's useless. Never mind. He will continue to cast his Rain of Knives.
Rain of Knives?
I have heal. Wait, what does heal do?
A single figure
2 health.
gains 2 health. You have to do this for a bigger fig.
So I can't cast it on, like, the Purple Blood Pales who lost a few guys?
No, that does not restore them. I think that is...
I don't have any big guys. That spell's useless too.
We get a spell. Let's see. Rain of Knives. You get Fear, Weakness, Battle Rage, Fury, and Horrify. I like Immolate.
Yeah, that's cast damage though. In fact, I'll take Poison Cloud.
Poison Cloud. Okay.
Yeah. And Rain of Knives, and then I'll have, what is Battle Rage? I remember liking it. Champion. Yeah. I will cast Battle Rage.
All right. So you're going to cast that?
Yes.
Who are you going to cast it on?
Well, I'm going to cast Rain of Knives for now.
Okay. So right now you're going to cast Rain of Knives on the Yeoman of the Bowman?
Yes.
All right. Rain of Knives. I think for you that's all 9s, right?
Yep.
Yep. 5d6 for 9s.
That's 2 dice.
That's to cast it. And you don't. You needed 7. Okay. So
Then
that's...
he's done. Oh, wait. He didn't move. Oh, he did move. No, okay. So that's it. Your turn. That did not go as well as planned. Come on, move up the men of the riding. Let them have a jolly old time with the black armor bait.
The other yeoman of the bowmen fire here at the bluegrass bellowers.
Stop!
Will not.
Stop! That's mean.
They're 9 or 10. 9. 7, 6, 5, 4. Any other modifiers? I don't think so. Five for 4.
Gotta calm down.
4 hits.
Ow!
4 damage. You are activation 6, so it'd be 10. 9.
Nope.
Okay. Disordered. Your turn.
Alright. The black armor bait is going to advance. Yep. Will they run into them? I don't think so. I guess we'll see. They can move. How many? They can move 5. Is that running into them?
You're fine. And remember, you got to hit the front of these guys, so you're not going to make it. No, back them up. Back them up. You gotta fix these guys the way these guys are.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Remember, this guy is sticking out too far.
Okay. 1 sec. So he's at 8.9. So that means 1.1. Can these guys reach 1.1?
Nope.
No. Okay. So no better back. So that won't work for now. Why is? Oh, that's right, because he can't. That banner.
Right. All set?
Yep.
The men of the riding. What is their movement?
I don't know.
Move is 6. Oh, it doesn't matter. I can move twice. Your turn.
So you're running away, are you?
That's a hard word. That's hard. That's a hard word.
The world is hard, Sonny. Gotta learn to deal with it.
Yeah, 2 guys.
Yeah. These guys, we'll see if they rally. They should.
Yep.
Wow.
And that leaves you with it leaves this guy.
These one of these guys.
Hang on a second. I gotta try to activate Lord Fauntleroy's men. They're in rough, so they're halved. Their move is therefore 5.
Why are you guys running away?
I repeat, that's a hard word.
I don't care.
It's very
Why are
judgy.
you
That
running
word is very
away?
judgy.
Fight back.
Your turn.
Cowardly spider rats. I don't know, I thought 2 cowardly things. Black armor bales. Got him. I think that's as far as they're gonna make it. That's it.
Initiative.
Double 5.
We're up.
Oh, jeez.
Knights of the Violent Brotherhood.
Nah.
No, you know what? Stick to the date with Brungya. Yeoman of the Bowman.
No!
They have a shot.
Fight back.
They do.
Aw.
They do. Yeoman of the Bowman. 2 against
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, duh.
By 1.5 miles. Whoa. But man, these guys.
What about him?
2 versus a 10. 8. 8, 7, 6, 5. 5 dice for 5.
Ah. Stop. 3. Ah, that takes me down a line.
Does.
That's toxic. Stop.
Still got 2 full though, which is what matters. So it's 3, it's 9, it's 8, 7.
I gotta roll a 7. Oof.
Oh, harsh. Your turn.
How far are you idiots? You are cruel. Does that touch? Does that touch?
Look at my screen.
I don't have my glasses on.
The answer is no.
Okay. Got a bad headache. Whenever I can. They will still advance if they can. They can. No. I don't wanna though. Okay, there we go. Your turn.
Knights of the Violent Brotherhood on a 6. 5. Got it.
And those guys die. Not Teeth Slammer. He's a good boy.
No, you all have shield. No, you don't. You have the wild charge,
No,
but that
we do
doesn't
have
count.
shielding.
Okay, so he can do it, yeah.
I call shielding right now.
Saying so we're both dropping 1.
Yeah.
4 dice each way.
What are we rolling?
4 dice each way. I get... My fight is 3. What's your armor?
10? Yeah. So 7.
7. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Where's 5, 4, 3 from?
Charge.
You have 3 charge!
So I'm rolling 3s. 4 dice for 3s.
What about me?
You are fight 4 against an armor of 12.
What?
What?
You're stupid. That's what.
8.
So 7 because of ranks.
Actually, yeah, you have 1 full rank. Yep. So 7. So we're both. So I've got 3s, but you are disordered, which moves it back to 8.
But I have charge. Does that help? Does charge help if
Nope.
you?
You can't. You have to be the active player for it to count. I'm just making sure. Yeah, that's a +1 for you. No, that's it. Yeah, you need the full ranks. So you need 8s, right? Yep. So 4 dice for 8s, and I'm 4 dice for 3s.
Oh baby, I hit all of them.
The Velker dice magically appear in the the clutch.
And smite Alois Funne.
I forgot to check. Does Alois have anything that counts here?
Probably.
Uh-oh. You forgot, buddy.
Champion die.
You could have busted that on Alois Funne, as did I.
So do you both want to skip one?
Yeah, why not? It's our first game. You hit all 4.
Yeah, so I get 3, so
So I
got an 8, a 9, a 9, and a 10.
Yeah, I got a 2,
I'll count the 8.
bearing in mind that each of these are 2 hits. Mm-hmm. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits.
Wait,
So
how do you, because you got 5 in the bonus.
because I got 5 on the bonus, right? So I've got 5 hits. So we're gonna take 1 die.
I think I got 5 too, since
You had to roll 8s. You couldn't get it.
I got 8, 9, 9, and 10.
It doesn't matter. You needed 5 over to get. You got 4 hits.
Right, but champion die.
Right. So you got to take 1 off.
I get.
You want to do it or no?
You gonna make me re-roll for it?
Yep. If you want to do it. I know what you're going to do if you do this. You're going to kill Alois. Because you're that way.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the risk.
All right. And then I get to re-roll my die too. Because I'm a champion 2. What's your health?
My dude's health I think is 3 or 4.
He's a 2. We're both 2s. We're both 2s.
Wait, dude's a 2?
We're both 2s.
Wait, you're a 2?
Uh-huh.
Oof.
But you can't. Yeah, if we hit, we could kill each other.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it?
Yeah.
We got to roll a 10.
Three free hits.
Here we go. 1 die.
Okay. 3,
2, 1, go. I killed you.
What? No! yes. That means you don't kill the rest of my men. But,
No. I got that hit plus 5 others.
What?
Yeah, because his hits.
Are you focusing on him?
Yeah, for his hits.
Are you focusing on dude?
Yes.
Okay, so then he just kills him immediately. Nobody else.
Yes, because all the other hits count.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So not the other ones.
Yeah, they do.
What?
Yeah, my champion dice, they hit there.
That is not what you said earlier.
That is how it is. Yeah.
Then I would have killed the officer and the other guy.
All right, so I kill Tief Slamma. And then I kill 4 other guys. How many of my guys did you kill? All 4, right?
Yeah. No, 3, because I re-rolled. And they all have an HP of 2, so I only killed 1, right?
No, they're health 1.
Oh, cool.
How many did you kill?
3.
Oh, that hurts. Those guys are expensive. All right, how many guys did you lose? You lost a total of?
A lot. 5.
5. So it is...
and I'm disordered.
Oh, you lose. So you will go back 6 inches?
I'm shocked. I'm probably dead. I mean, I guess we'll see.
And that was 5. Your activation, so that's 11, 12. Yeah, so you've got to roll that 10.
Give me that 10. Come on, just do it for me. You didn't want the 10 earlier. Nope.
So they're gone. My dudes. My dudes. 5 minus 3 is 8. What is the morale check for... Seven. I need a 7. I don't get it. I am disordered.
Whoa, a 1 and a 2?
Mm-hmm. That wasn't good. But the purple blood pecks are gone.
Not the pecs.
Your turn.
Alright, where are the pails? Or, wait. Where are the pails?
They're dead.
Wait, you killed the pails?
Yeah.
Along with the leader?
Over here.
A champion? I hadn't realized.
You got a
Man,
chance.
this is not going well. Alright. Did Blitzclaws do his thing?
He's not marked, so no.
Cool. He's going to cast Rain of Knives. Wait, it's a 10.
Yeah.
Right? Or is yours a 12? Oh, it's a 12.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he can't hit him.
Never mind. We'll hit the Yeoman of the Bowman.
Very good. 2d6, 2d10 to cast it. You need a 7.
Man.
Mm-mm.
That looks betrayed. Old Blitzclaws gets nowhere.
Well. The Brothers of the Bowman fire over here. Seven, 6, 5, 4. Three hits.
Wow.
That's 6, 9. That's it. 9. Oh, sorry, 8 because it's still arrows.
Got it.
All right, they're good. You're up.
Alright, the bales. They make it.
See you Saturday, Mike.
Done.
You're good?
Mm-hmm.
The other Yeoman of the Bowman fire here. The black armor bales. What are they sitting on in terms of armor?
A lot, I hope.
10, yeah. So 10, 8, 7, 6, 5. Two.
Ouch.
And 2, 8, 7, 6.
Make it.
That's good. You're up.
Nail it or fail it. You haven't used Archbishop Odo.
I know, he's kind of been smoking them over there.
These guys are going to wheel, if they can. Which they cannot. Whereas are there 5? There's 6, so they get a simple move, so that means these guys are going to do this.
I think they can maneuver.
Right.
They can.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay, cool. They get the one maneuver. I'll say that's one thing for this system. You can make the maneuvers work a lot easier.
There we go. Can you just leave me alone? Man, this would be a much different battle without your archers.
Yeah, I think we both wildly underestimated the power of archery. Holy cow!
It's a lot of range and a lot of damage.
Yeah, they do. I'm looking at the system, trying to figure out what it is we're doing wrong with that, but I think it's right. All right, so who do I got left? I got these guys. Speaking of good old Odo. Yeah. So his fireball will go over there.
Fireball. Ooh, that voice crack though.
3d6 for 5s. 5-ball.
In the fire, in the flame.
Whoosh. Ooh.
Ow!
Whoosh.
Oof.
You got whooshed.
I got boomed is what I did. I became a boomer. Wow.
Minus, that should be a 9, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
8.
8, nice.
No. Another disorder.
Man.
You're up.
Oof. That's it. That's all my guys. Well, these guys can... No, they just did stuff. That's it. That's it for me. I have no guys.
We're good?
Yeah, well, you still got guys if you want to move them.
No, I'm done.
If you feel you need them.
Next turn initiative. Let's roll it.
Give me the initiative, please.
No, no, no. No, no, no.
No!
Oh, yeah. Initiative for the good guys.
Good guys, in quotation
Says
marks.
he.
You know you wanna.
Well, see, the catch is you can't charge me here.
Well, I can go sideways and then I can. Actually, I can go forward and then wheel, right?
You can't. No, you cannot wheel before a charge. That you cannot do. But you could sidestep.
Yeah, smash.
There's actually something very specific about that. Oh, you can't move into combat while making a maneuver. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah. So like if I were to wheel on a corner.
Yeah, you can't wheel in. That's exactly what you can't do. You
so
can't
I
wheel.
Get this guy corner to corner.
Right, but you can. I see no reason why you can't do that little sidestep dance and get me there.
Are you going to sidestep dance into me? To get your charge? Your 3 charge?
I can't. I'm disordered.
Will you get it off though before I charge?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm sitting here thinking. We're gonna remove
Or are you
it.
going to shoot at?
Rally, baby. I need a 6. Got it.
Oh, dang it! My turn.
I think I get. Is that all I? If that's all I can do, or is it a simple action?
If it's not a simple action, then we've been doing that wrong.
Yeah, that's true. We need to let's look it up, but we'll keep playing it that way.
Yeah. I've lost a lot of time then. I've actually lost some full units because of that.
Yeah, you're allowed to take 1 simple action. I knew I had read that. All right, so that was wrong, but that's okay. Nothing to do about it.
Good to know. All right, the bait. We're gonna see if they can sidestep, which they can.
Yep.
So they will. Where are they? There they are.
Just put him in the back.
Yeah. So
We know he's there.
guys will-
Whoa.
What?
He fell over.
They're gonna go 2-5, and then they're gonna square up through.
I know what you're doing.
Alright, make
I know very well what you are doing.
Thief Sella. He's the rich man. He's got command 2. Whoa, so that means I could have gotten 4 days.
No. The command allows him to wake up other guys. Command, for example, he was over here. He could now give an order to these guys.
These guys will wait, along with their activation?
Yes.
Whoa, okay, then these guys will advance.
Oh, no, they do have to check.
Oh, okay, so this is the command check for those guys.
Yep.
advance. I'm not sure
and they do.
if it's as much command or intimidation, but since it works. They move 5, so they can move 10. Ha! I hit that at 8.7, so they've got 1.3.
1.3, so
6 more.
Yep.
Which is
8.9. Or sorry,
9.3.
9.3. Yep.
Hi.
There you go.
How are you? Wow!
I'm proud of you. All right, so this is your fight. What's he got again?
Stuff. He's got shielding 1.
But he's got the
charging
charge is the big
1,
deal.
a wild charge. So I get to re-roll 1 if I want to.
If you want to, but then I get to too.
Right.
All right, we're also doing shielding because I've got it. So 4 dice.
4 dice.
4 dice both ways. So you, sir, as your you get to fight at a 3 versus my 12. So that's 9, but 8. So it's 9, 8, 7, 6. Charge of
1.
5. So that takes you to 5.
Yes.
That's it.
So I'm looking for 5s with 4 dice.
Yeah, you're looking for 5s on 4. 5 on 4. I've got...
Let's see. Your
Fight is 3 versus...
10.
So 7.
And you've got charge.
No, but I don't get to use my charge.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I was about to say.
So 7, which stinks.
I think that's it.
Do I get anything for that rank? I doubt it.
No, because it's behind. And it's got to be full of what flanks. Or
Ooh, and I've already activated this turn. So
my
8.
one's 8. Ooh.
4d6 for 8. You're 4d6 for what?
5.
Boom.
You go first.
Oh, wait. Dang it.
Champion.
Oh! I didn't roll it. I'll just take my rolls. Do you want to use your champion die?
I don't get a champion die.
Oh, okay. I rolled it fair and square. I know better. 2 hits. You're up.
I get... Oh, that's a bunch of hits. That's 3. None of which go above. So that's 3 hits.
All right, I take 3. Ooh, cost me the rank. You get to pick which side it comes from. Now that this is uneven.
That matters?
I don't know, but it's what the rules say.
Spiffy, John over here, or Jonathan with an I.
Your call.
Jonathan. He was too skinny.
All right, he's off. And you lose 2.
But I don't... Oh, that guy fell over.
Dude, you totally have a champion. You have Teefs... Oh, he's not a champion?
He's not a champion. He's got 2 command, though.
Wow, okay.
He's good, yeah.
All right, so did you take your 2 guys off?
Like, no. Wait, what did I roll? I did miss one. I'm going to re-roll. Do you wish to re-roll one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I haven't, Jazz.
Right. One bonus die. Does nothing.
And I do nothing. Still was
You
worth a
take
shot.
more damage. You roll a 1.
Okay, so I'll take... you win. So what is my fate?
You'll be pushed back 1.
You want me to go back an inch?
Yep.
Okay.
We ain't going nowhere.
I think you wanted me going too far away.
You need to take these guys.
All right, so I lost 3 guys in that fight.
What
And
the?
get 3 guys, activation of... I gotta get an 8. I need an 8. Got it.
Wow.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Whoa, mercy.
Whew.
You lost 2.
Yep.
8. 7. 7.
7. Ooh. I have 2 command. Does that help?
Mm-mm.
Ah.
Oh, and he catches it.
Disordered.
My turn. Lord Fauntleroy's men, be proud. Do not be afraid.
We're afraid, sir.
Hi.
Hi.
We're both in rough ground. Does that matter?
I think it's a minus. I think it's cover. Something like that.
Mm-mm. Nope. Nothing. Does not matter. So, mine is a 3 versus your 10, so 7. 7, 6, 5, 4. I'm rolling 5 dice for 4. You, sir,
I
are...
have an attack of 3 to your 10, so I have 7.
7, 6, 5, but you have charge, which you can't use.
Why not? Oh yeah, use that.
But you have shielding.
I shall not use shield.
You shall not use it. So, again, you were at 7, correct? So 7...
I have 5. 7.
Yep. So 4 dice
5.
for 5 dice for 4, and 4 dice for...
And 5 dice for 5.
Oh, sorry, 5 dice. Yep. 5 dice for 4 on my end. 3 hits.
I got 3 hits.
That is... Nope, I got 4 hits. Because remember, a 9 is 5 above. So I'm going to win the fight. But you hit me how many times?
You 3 times.
I take 3 hits, you take 4.
Do I have more HP? Since I have no. Man,
No,
I
very few things have that extra health.
could have sworn I had something with bonus health.
You'll go back an inch, is what I say about you.
Fine. I'll take it.
And then you will take the first morale check, which is at a 4, 10, 9.
Why 9?
Because you've got ranks. You've got 2 ranks.
Oh, so close.
I took 3, 8, 7. We're fine. Your turn.
Alright. Blitz Claws down here, the old mate. He is going to light a storm of knives upon the omen of the bowman.
Hey, it's Haz. How are you? Well, we're getting actually very close to the end, and I'm going to ask.
Probably going to concede after this turn.
Yeah, I think so. But Velker, why don't you? You're going to do? You want to try to? So first of all, you got to activate.
Nice. Cast the spell, boys. Got hit 7.
Well, this was his activation,
Oh.
which he does. He activates.
Now I have to roll.
Now you have to cast the spell.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, and you definitely do. Holy cow! And so
5
it's
dice
5 dice for
9.
5 dice for 9s, right?
Got him for 1. He's finally spilled blood on the omen of the bowman.
The omen of the bowman catch unfettered hell. Look at that.
Fettered hell.
Unfettered or fettered hell. So their activation is 5, so it's 6, and they have ranks, so it's 5. They're fine, but you hit them. We can see you, so we'll shoot you.
Hey.
The omen of the bowman. Activate for 5. They can shoot. They can shoot either way. Attack. Shoot is 2. Defense is 10. 8. 8, 7, 6. That's a big deal. Taking out that one guy though, costs them a whole rank.
Yeah, it does.
6. Any other things? Nope. Just
Minus
6.
1 on my defense. Since I'm disordered.
No, that's only on your morale,
Is it?
and it's only in melee. So 5 dice for 6. Wow, 1 hit.
Oof.
Yeesh. Not a whole lot of pew. But that does cost you 1, which takes you up to 7. 8 with your disorder, but back down because of your ranks. So 7. Oh, just makes it.
Never do more than you have to.
I agree. That leaves you to rally these guys, and also to rally these. You've got 2 guys you can activate.
Alright, let's start with rallying these guys.
Okay.
Makes them.
They're good.
And now I can do a simple move.
That's my turn. It's my turn.
You can do a simple move.
Oh, you want to just start? Okay, that's cool. Go ahead.
Or that's right, we're going to play that for this game. Never mind.
All right. I just,
I remembered that.
I'm going to wake up the other yeoman of the bowman. Yep. There's a shoot of 2 versus a defense 7, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4. 5 for force. Wow. 5 hits.
Oof. 1 guy survives.
The officer.
Just stands there as all of his men.
Everybody else catches it. 5, that is active. That's 11.
Give me that 10.
10.
Oh, it was on a 10 and then it rolled over.
Got him. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. That is Oathmark, the first game. So Hasdrubal asked the question. We say hi to Hasdrubal.
Hello, Hasdrubal.
What do you think of that? What do you think of Oathmark?
I think archers are wildly overpowered.
See, I don't know if I think they're overpowered. We'll talk about that in a second. But let me ask the basic question. What do you think of the game?
I think it's a good game. Sadly, some of my experience was hindered because I have headaches, so I didn't quite catch on to everything. But from what I've been doing, I think it's a pretty good game.
Which do you like better, this or Dragon Rampant?
Dragon Rampant. It's much simpler, and I think it's funnier on most accounts. It just makes you have more fun with it instead of being more serious.
I mean, this is a heavier war game. I mean, okay, it's not a heavy war game. Let's not fool ourselves. But it does care about a lot of the things that Warhammer Fantasy Battles cares about. It's got flanks. It's got frontages.
It's got facing.
It's got this facing business. Maneuver is not anywhere near as easy. It also plays out in a much more stately fashion. Dragon Rampant is crazy. I mean, it goes all over the place. It flies over the place. The closest parallel I can come to, it's the difference between playing Napoleonics with Rebels and Patriots and playing it with Sharp Practice. Now, Sharp Practice is more complicated than Oathmark. Okay? There's absolutely no disputing that. But, and there it is. It is... So Hasdrubal is asking the question. Velker, I think we should both answer it. More or less fun than Dragon Rampant?
I would say it's more.
Dragon Rampant is more fun?
Yes, just because of the silliness.
Okay. I'm sort of torn. I think it's going to be a flavor thing, to be honest. I like a lot of what Oathmark is doing. I like it more than I expected to be very honest. There are times when the Rampant system is a really good time, and it's just a way to throw some stuff around. But I like maneuver, I like facing, I like frontages, and I like the fact that this carries that forward. So there is no disputing the fact that Dragon Rampant is the lighter game. I think I would happily play both. Let me say that. But I really want to emphasize something too. They're both skirmish games. Neither of them feels like a big battle game to me.
I think Dragon Rampant is pretty big, but...
Do you really?
Yeah. I feel like there's this big clash in the middle, and you lose all these guys. Like, if you imagine each figure as a bunch of guys...
Okay.
And that's how I do.
Okay. Interesting.
In that armor.
For me, when I want to feel this big teaming, swarming group of guys, I don't know as either game gets there. I would have to say that in the aggregate, Oathmark gets closer. But again, I would happily play either. The other thing is, now that this is done and this obsession is moving forward, my next step is I'm going to create a battle set for War Master based on the Battle of the Five Armies. I've laid my hands on that rule book. I have laid my hands on the old article that appeared about double-sized Battle of the Five Armies for War Master. And I want to see if that gives the feeling of the big battle. So this was, by the way, I forgot to mention it. I probably should have mentioned it at the very beginning. This was the standard 2,500 point battle. This is a standard battle for Oathmark played out on a 6x4 table. So this is sort of the notional sweet spot battle. Oathmark does allow multiplayer. You can see how it could easily be done. It's an activation system. I think that would be a lot of fun. But I'm going to say that if I were playing multiplayer, it's close, but I think I'd go with Dragon Rampant.
Yeah.
We have had a lot of fun on Saturday Night Fights playing the Men Who Would Be Kings, playing Rebels and Patriots, and in both cases, it was more fun throwing cards down and playing activations that way. But again, I absolutely would not say no to a game of Oathmark multiplayer, and I may build another set in the future. So that's it. A little over 2 hours on Wednesday Night Warfare. Really definitely appreciate everybody that came out to hang out. And as always, we will be back on Saturday with Saturday Night Fights. And I'm not sure, do we know what we're playing?
I don't believe we do. I guess we'll see.
I guess it'll be a surprise. There will be a surprise game for Saturday Night Fights with the Armchair Dragoons. As always, come check us out. Say hi. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Come on by to Armchair Dragoons. Sign up in the forums. And in the meanwhile, I'm Cyrano.
I'm Velker.
And as always,
Signing off.